What's up, y'all? It's Jimmy coming to you guys with another video. Before we get into the video, as always, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And when you guys hit subscribe, please make sure you guys are hitting that notification button. So this is going to be a review on a pair of sneakers that came out maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago on Sneakers. They were definitely slept on, and some people might be out of that whole Air Force trend, but some people might still be riding them. And don't get me wrong when I say that, I know Air Forces are a classic, they're here to stay. But there's definitely a wave right now with Dunks and Air Jordan 1s. And typically, right, with these sneaker reviews, I'll label it so-and-so shoe review plus on feet. But for this video, what I'm gonna label it as is the best sneaker for the summer. And I know everyone always says that a lot. I'll probably make a future video with a group of shoes that I say are best for the summertime. But I gotta tell you guys, starting it off strong with the spring and summer season, these shoes are really perfect. But without taking too much of y'all's time, these are a pair of Air Force 1s. Like I said, these came out 2 to 3 weeks ago. I don't know if it was exclusive to Sneakers, but Sneakers is the only place that I know that got them. So here's the box that the shoes come in. So like I said, it's an Air Force 1, and this, in my opinion, is very different from what you typically see for Air Force 1s. The box that I'm used to for Air Force 1s, at least the ones that I have always gotten, have been like a black box. It says like Nike Air Force 1 2008, something along those lines, and it's typically a box that folds up back like that, but this has a pull-out top. I gotta tell you guys, the white box definitely gives the shoe a much more premium feel. Like, I'm pretty sure for those more exclusive Air Forces, they do the special packaging, but I myself, I've never had an exclusive Air Force, so it's nice to see a little switch up from the typical packaging. And then moving on to the size tag, it reads Air Force 107 Premium EMB. What EMB stands for, I honestly have no idea. I got a size 8, which is my size. And I'll tell you guys, with Air Forces, I always feel that they sometimes seem a little bit too clunky or too bulky to me, at least as a shorter person, right? I hate it when my shoes just look disproportional to my height and my size. So I'll say a size 8 is perfect, and I never wear a 7.5, but I'll be honest with you guys, right, that is like baby size. Like 7.5 is just, to me, seems so small. But I'll say with these Air Forces, if I could go even down half a size, I might have done so. And then suggested retail on these is $130. I know typical price for Air Force 1s is about 90 bucks, I believe. So you're paying $40 more for that premium price tag, or that premium tag or whatever. But I'll tell you guys, it's definitely worth it once you guys have the shoes in hand. And then going inside the shoe, I typically never show the tissue paper, because I mean, tissue paper is basically the same in any shoebox, right? But this shoe being inspired by popcorn, movie theater popcorn, I don't know exactly what the inspiration truly came from, but I know it's like movie theater popcorn. So the tissue paper that you get inside has red stripes, very similar to when you get that old-fashioned popcorn container where it's like red stripes and it says popcorn on the side. So nice little touch of detail from Nike. And then finally, here are the shoes that I'm gonna call the best summer shoe for 2021. I know with all the Dunks, all the colorful Dunks out there, those are also pretty perfect for the summer. Definitely take this with a grain of salt, right? I know there are plenty of other shoes out there that people are gonna recommend, but I'll say this definitely has to be up there for at least one of the more affordable summer shoes you can get for this season. But like I said, this Air Force 1 is inspired from movie theater popcorn, so there's little very subtle details that you'll see that kind of shows you that movie theater popcorn. But the overall shoe itself is very simple and very clean. I forgot to mention on the size tag that the color Nike is dubbing this right here is called coconut milk. I've never heard of that color on a shoe before, so pretty hyped to have my first ever pair of coconut milk colored shoes. And starting off with the outsole, this is a very simple shoe, you guys. I'm not going to show you guys the bottom because I have worn them. I couldn't resist. I just had to throw them on feet because they looked so clean. But as you guys can see, the outsole is in that coconut milk color, really clean. I mean, the only colors on the shoe is basically coconut milk, white, and hits of red here and there. But you have a white midsole that wraps all the way around, and then your iconic Air that comes with every Air Force is in that coconut milk. I'm glad they decided to go with the coconut milk rather than either just keeping a white. I think white would have been a little bit too plain, And then if they would have went with the red to match the tongue or the stitching on the back, I think it would have been too much of a clash of colors. I don't think it would have been bad, but definitely not as clean as it does look now. And then moving to the uppers, you have this really premium feeling leather that is absolutely so beautiful and plush to the feel, you guys. I'll say after wearing them a couple times, I honestly feel like you don't even have to break them in. It feels already broken in, very soft to the touch. I mean, some people might say it might still feel a little stiff, but I'll say after a couple wears, this leather is gonna wear down beautifully. But you have that coconut milk leather that wraps all the way around the shoe. And on the back portion right here of the heel cup, you have Fresh Since 82 in gold and like basically a cursive font. I myself, I'll say if Nike didn't include this, you know, I think it personally would have made the shoe look a little bit more clean and a little bit more simple, but I'm not mad at it, right? I don't hate it. I think it looks pretty cool, right? It has like a little nice touch of detail in the back right there. I know back in like 04, 05, whenever Nike threw something on the back right there, you knew it was about to be a banger. And then on the heel tab, you have Nike stitched, but as you guys can see, it is a very different from your typical Nike Air with the swoosh. It has Nike in a font that might be very symbolic to what you see on those popcorn containers like I was talking about earlier. Nothing crazy, but a cool little touch of detail to see Nike do. Again, I think this is a touch of detail maybe they could have went without. You know, I think it still would have looked pretty fresh and pretty even more simple if they chose just that normal Nike back tab font for the Air Force Ones, but nonetheless, cool little touch of detail that I can't complain about. And of course, you can't forget the swoosh. The swoosh is in this smooth grain leather that also still feels very nice to the touch. I do like that they chose, you know, the white swoosh, the white midsole, the white laces, just very simple, clean color blocking. The shoes didn't come with any other laces besides the white laces that were already on the shoe. But as you guys can see, you know, Nike took it another level up by adding these gold lace ups to the shoes. I know sometimes people aren't the biggest fan because sometimes it's not very practical, right? But you know, we're not wearing these sneakers for extremely practical reasons. You know, it's to look good, feel good, and you know, this little touch of gold pairs really well with this color. And then moving on up, you have a white tongue, and instead of your traditional Nike Air Force One tag, you have Nike Air in the same font that was basically on the back of this Nike right here. It says Nike Air, Air Force One, and it has the red stripes, again to symbolize that popcorn container. And the last touch of detail that I really liked on the shoe that Nike did is the insole of the shoes. So you guys can't see it now, but I'll give you guys a close-up. The insole is basically all popcorn, so that's what they did. They printed popcorn onto the insole, so really kind of gives you that vibe, that feel that, you know, maybe the shoe itself is like a popcorn container and then the popcorn goes on the inside. But like I said, you guys, these are really fire in person. Really love these shoes. The color on them is, I mean, I'm just telling you guys, it is absolutely crazy in my opinion. I'm not typically one to just buy random Air Forces when they drop and keep them, you know, because at the end of the day, you still got to spend your hard-earned money. And typically, you know, you want to buy what you really want and what you really want to keep. And for the most part, you know, none of the Air Forces have been super compelling, but I'll say with these Air Forces with very little hype, very little resale, I mean, you guys can get them on StockX for basically retail right now. I'll say these are definitely the shoes to cop for the summer. And with that being said, I'll show you guys a couple outfits that all pair with this Air Force One. But let me know which one was your favorite outfit. Like I said, I want to make these reviews a little bit more interesting rather than me just, you know, sitting here talking about the shoe the whole time, but actually give you guys some content to, you know, really think about, you know, interact with. But let me know which one was your favorite outfit down below in the comments. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really dig all of them. I just think these shoes are very versatile. And I'm telling you, when summertime rolls around, I'll probably do like a little lookbook or something like that. I'll have to make sure that these go in the lookbook. But this is gonna wrap up the video, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.